Good morning, all. The host mute the person listening. That's actually the morning. Yeah.
Yín lọ àbá yín ṣeré mọ́ wọn ní àjọ ECOWAS náà ni ó dáa kò sí wàhálà kankan ẹ bá mi ṣe ẹ bá mi ṣe kò yẹ kó wá fa ìjà ṣé ó jẹ ò jẹ kò yẹ kó fa wàhálà títúrútù kankan o òun náà ló mú kí àwọn náà jẹ́jẹ́ wípé ilẹ̀kùn àjọ ọ̀hún ó wà ń ṣí sílẹ̀ o fún orílẹ̀-èdè Niger Mali àti Burkina Faso nínú àjọ ọ̀hún.
我叫他爸。 All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are welcome to Morning Market Review this morning. Kindly help me to type. You can message me or Rally Trade. Let me know if my audio is visible. All right, so just let me know if my audio is audible enough so that we can. Okay, thank you. Thank you, V. All right, loud and clear, Muji. Thank you so much. All right, my name is Gabriel, and I'll be the one to, anchor the MMR this morning. First and foremost, apologies for starting up late. We need to understand that it is not in our culture to, start up a meeting this late. All right, so we are 18 minutes behind schedule, but then let's see what we will be able to, easily wrap up, and let's see how we can make some money today, being Thursday, 30th of January, 2025. All right. Now, let me quickly share my screen with us so that we know where to pick up from and where to move. Okay, so if you can see my screen, just also let me know in the chat box so that we can have a smooth session this morning. Right? I'm from the Abuja office of Rally Trade. So if you're in Abuja, you can find your way to Abuja Casino House, 5th floor. Any office location you are, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Lagos, right? We have our offices there. Now, let's quickly talk about what happened yesterday, FOMC. I know some people, they'll tell you that, this, all right? You can see that fundamentals are sometimes, they are very useless. Very, very useless form of analysis you want to think of. See, now people have been expecting, oh, you make money, you make money, you make money. But guess what? There was no money for you to make yesterday. You see? I believe some people would have scalped their way, into the market. Now, what happened yesterday was very simple. The federal fund rate remains unchanged. And when an interest rate is not changed, where there's no expected, when there's no difference in the expected data, you are not really expecting anything to happen. In as much as price, yes, price moved, but not as we are expecting it to move, right? So FOMC was useless yesterday. So I hope you did not trade it. Okay, if you traded it and you made money, no problem. But if you trade it and you lose money, well, oh yeah, so sorry. All right, now since today is Thursday, we are looking out for some major news, which is now, can you see for Euro now? Can you see for Euro by 2:15 p.m. we are having the previous data to be 3.15%, expected data to be 2.9. Something like this now. Yes, we are expecting move. All right. So sometimes they can be useless. And for the dollar, you are expecting GDP data, and Friday we have core PCE and employment cost index. But let's leave all this and let's quickly go to technical analysis, because one of the ways that can help you to even trade, even without fundamental, is technical analysis. All right. Now, okay, I think I'll start with my favorite instrument, USJPY. USJPY is my favorite instrument, my very, very favorite instrument. Anywhere, any day, anytime. You see, one thing about USJPY is no matter how many times it's going to fall, it will always rise. Okay, it can fall 20 times, it will also rise 20 times. You understand? So that's one thing about USJPY. There's a strategy to trade USJPY that you don't know, right? And I'll be teaching us some few things before the end of this session this morning. Okay, so now if you are ready to kick off, come on, just type in the chat box. Let's go. Type it in the chat box. Let's go. Let's go. Waiting for you. All right, so now, okay, thank you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Ekpensky. You know, this is your name, eh? You know, anytime I'm on Money Market Review, your name is you know, Ekpensky. I pronouncing it itself is well for me. All right, now, so for USJPY, can you see that for a while, this is 1 hour time frame, but let's quickly see what daily time frame is saying. All right, you know, I love this so much. You can see that I've done dangerous things on USJPY. See, and you know, one thing about MT5, MT5 showed you your previous trade levels on the chart, right? So now we are going there now. So this is daily time frame. Now, every expectation when it comes to USDJPY is for the fact that it is expected to continue its trend. Now, this guy is more of uptrend. Now, there's no directional bias here, right? It is more of uptrend. But then, before you buy, always expect the price to fall first, right? So that you can ride on the move. Now, I'm giving you the secret to trading this guy, okay? The first thing is identify the trend. When you know the trend is just the general direction of what the instrument is doing over time, right? So over time, USDJPY has been trending up because there are three kinds of trend, right? So we have uptrend, we have downtrend, and we have sideways. Okay? So now, when an instrument is trending upward, the best thing you want to be looking out to do on that instrument is to be buying it, which means that you buy, okay? But then you don't buy anywhere. Now, imagine this. Thank God you can see my screen. Now, imagine something like this. Now, after price has gotten here, I now place buy. Now, this is a weekly time frame. No, and in weekly time frame, one candle use 1 week to form. So imagine you place buy from here, and price should do this kind of move. Even if you have 300,000 and you use 0.05, your money is gone. See, your money is gone. All right. So now you don't buy from anywhere. That's what I'm trying to teach you now. All right. Before you buy, I've told us, always wait for the price to fall. Now, before I want to buy USDJPY, in as much as yes, I'm looking out to buy. Before I will buy it, I want price to come and settle. You see this place here? Let me quickly put another line. This place. Now, don't mind my screen, okay? Or let me just use another USDJPY here so that it will not affect what I've laid out already. Okay. So you can have as many charts as possible, you know, as many charts as possible. Let's do, okay, let's check this. All right. So daily time frame, then weekly time frame. Now we are doing what is called a top-down analysis. All right. We'll first mark out our levels of support and resistance from the higher time frame. Then we'll now look out for what price will do. Now, remember I said I want price to settle somewhere. Okay, so I need to add my moving average indicator so that I can be able to know precisely, okay, this is 50. Yeah, let's do black. Then insert indicators. Let's do average. Now, you know you can use moving average on your phone, right? But you need to attend the training so that you know how to use that. Right? So 21 and 50 exponential. Good. Now, I want price to settle. I want it to settle pretty well on this guy because anytime price had gone up and it's trying to come back to the moving average, because I see moving average as the origin of price. And one thing moving average does is that no matter how far price is going, it will always find its way back to moving average. You can check. Anytime price has gone too far from the moving average, there must always be a point where the two of them will come and meet and say, ah, I've missed you, my friend. Let's continue this movement. Can you see? All right. Another point here, you see this place. But then we are using two moving average. Somebody will now say, so which one should we be expecting, you know, for price to respect or for price to reverse from? See, you need to wait for a reversal pattern. Reversal pattern, that's candlestick formation now. So the first thing, for those that are noting down the point, the first thing you want to do is, number one, ensure to identify the trend of the instrument you wish to trade. We are giving you the rule of technical. Identify the trend. Know what the trend is all about. Is it up? Is it down? Is it up? Is it down? So if it is up, you know what to do. If it is down, you know what to do. All right. Now, don't forget, when it is trending upwards, do more of buying. When it is trending downward, do more of selling. Now, I've been able to mark out where me, as a trader, I'm expecting price to get to. But then don't let me use this line. Let me show you something else. Objects. Then let's see if I can add a shape, a rectangular shape from this point here. Now, let's do something like this. Because anytime price breaks a resistance, it will always find its way to come and test it. And if it's testing it, you are expecting price to respect it. All right. So now what I'm doing here, let me change this to something looking like support. You understand? All right. So now pale green. So this is my area of support, which is my zone of support. Now, if price is expected to fall, then I should be looking out to buy this guy from this place, anywhere from here. This is around 1.5. At least 150. You should be buying USD JPY without question. Just buy. And where will you now put your take profit? Your take profit should come to this resistance. Because if you check very well, this was the first point of resistance. Second point, it respected it, and what happens? Now, first point, let's take this as our first point. Price is coming here. If it's going back up, expect it to. Now, with your lot size, if price is going to do this move, this is about 578 pips. Even if it is with 0.01, you should make nothing less than $57 from this trade, 0.01. Now imagine if you use 0.1, that's $570. Imagine you are now using one standard lot. That's $5,730 something. You see how you can easily make money. Okay, but most times we are just after urgent 2K, urgent 5K. That's not what you should be after. Okay, look out for the future. Eventually, what will price do? Will it go up? Now, if it's going up, let me ride on the move. If it's coming down, let me ride on the move also, right? So don't forget what I'm teaching you today, which is, looking out for a long-term trade, right? We are still going to check other instruments to be able to vet this, right? So now, don't forget, for you to buy USD JPY, let it fall. And after it has fallen, you can now buy USD JPY, all right? So, but what are we doing now? What are we doing today? We are waiting, right? So if there's a trade opportunity anywhere around there, you see this place. So if this guy can come back here for today, but which I doubt it might happen, but there's still tendency it can happen depending on what price will do. But anytime you see price around 150, you don't need to think twice. You know what to do, right? Coming down to H4, which is 4 hours time frame. You can buy from this point, 150. All right? Okay, so just wait for it to get there. Now, this is 4 hours time frame. If I were you, I can set pending orders. Trap. Since I know it's coming here, right? Just set pending orders in between this point and this point. And you can also ride on the move. 1 hour time frame. What is it saying? Can you see that the place is far? So with 1 hour time frame, you can put your pending order somewhere around there, take profit around there, pending order around there, take profit below. So there's a way to trade in this market. You don't necessarily need to be on your chart every day, 24/7. All right? All you just need to do is just check your trend, come down to a lower time frame, put your orders in check, go about your daily activity, then you can be checking what your trade activity has been. All right? So now, let me quickly jump to the next instrument. The next instrument I want to show us this morning is going to be USD CAD. USD CAD. I don't trade USD CAD, but it's one of those instruments that okay, this is the USD index. It's one of those instruments that I think you will love. I've seen a trade setup on USD CAD, and I believe you can also benefit from it, right? You can benefit from USD CAD. Somebody say, why are we dealing with USD? Because USD is the major mover of this market, right? So you don't need to think about any other thing else. Talking about USD CAD, remember I said I don't trade it. The last time I traded it was in 2021. I don't trade USD CAD. It's not my instrument, but I usually used to check it, time to time, just to check what is happening on that instrument. Now, there's something I observe. Let me go to monthly time frame. Now, we are going to do what is called general analysis on USD CAD currently now. So now, I want to ask a question. Now, based on what we have on the screen currently, now, what is your expectation concerning this instrument, right? Now, if you want to answer, just raise your hand and I would unmute you so that you can give us your view about what you think, concerning USD CAD. What do you think? What do you think? So now the question is out. What do you think about USD CAD? What do we do? And when do you think we should do it? Okay, Adewumi, where are you? Okay, Adewumi, fine. Now, let me, right, please, very fast. You can unmute yourself. Adewumi, Mebawondu. All right.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. You are a trader. Wow, that's a nice one. Yeah. All right. So, what do you think about USD CAD?
Mebawondu. Okay, looking at the screen at the moment, is almost reaching the point of resistance, which has already occurred twice. So that should be a proven resistance. So any moment from now, we should be in a downtrend.
Okay, a downtrend. All right, so what do we do and when do we do it?
Okay, I'm not sure I know about the when, but what do we do? Probably since we are anticipating a downtrend, maybe we set a pending order for a sell.
Okay. All right.
When? I don't think I really know about what to do.
Okay, you don't know when, but
when,
you know.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Wow, I love that. That's good. Thank you so much. I love that. All right. So who else do we have here? I'm going to meet you now. All right. So who else wants to give us a view concerning this instrument? All right, Moji, come on. Why not? You can try. Just raise your hand. I will meet you very fast. Moji. Yeah, I think I've seen you. Moji. MNO. All right. Now, please, you can unmute yourself. Moji. So let me hear your view. Let's see.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, from the charts, just like she said, the resistance has tested twice on the monthly time frame. So we go to a lower time frame.
Twice.
Yes, we go to a lower time frame to see where it is on the lower time frame, since we are doing a top-down analysis. So go to probably the daily time frame to see.
Okay, now let me quickly do this, then I'll go to daily time frame. Right, so this is daily time frame now.
Okay, so still at the resistance, we look at the trend on the daily time frame. So
yes.
Okay, so it's still at that point. We go to a more lower time frame to the point of the 1 hour, or 1
hour. All right, this is 1 hour now.
Okay, so there now we look till it breaks that resistance. If it breaks it up, we look whether it will retest. If it retests that resistance, hopefully after the retest, it will go up. But if it comes down and retest, from the downtrend, then hopefully it will come, down. So we look for a point of entry after it must have broken that resistance, maybe to the up or to the down. we look for a lower time of entry, like 15 minutes entry. So after it must
Okay.
have broken on a 1 hour, we look for entry on a 15 minutes time frame. Then we can
Wow.
set our trade,
Wow.
I believe.
Wow, I love that. And funny enough, right now, if you want to trade USD card, you can quickly do a short entry. Now you sell, put your take profit somewhere around there, somewhere around there before this possible support you have here. So that's another thing we can do. All right. Thank you so much, Muji. Thank you so much. Let me just thank you so much, Adewumi. All right. Now, I think I'm good for the two. Thank you so much. It's really great to hear from you guys. Now, my view, right, concerning USD card. Let me go back to the monthly time frame so that we can check it together. Okay. So now, currently, with what price is doing, price is resting in the zone. Now, talking about resting in the zone, you can see how the pull of the bullish candle is, and it finished strong, right? Now, since it finished strong, now there are a few things that are most likely going to happen. Now, I'm actually expecting a sell. That's my expectation. Okay, but then before I will sell, now from the first point of contact where the resistance was established, you have shooting star with a confirmation. Shooting star with a confirmation, and what happens to price? You see the way price fell for 2 months, right? 1, 2, and it started edging backward. Now, but then the second point of contact here, I can't really find a candlestick formation here. There is none, except I want to do weekly time frame, and I want to just, check to see if there is any. If there is any signal, but then checking weekly time frame, I'm not sure I can still find any like candlestick signal in me what to do. Now, the second point of contact, there is nothing. But then right now on weekly time frame, I have Angry Man with a confirmation. I have Bearish engulfing on the weekly time frame, but on monthly time frame, I can't see anything that is still pointing towards a sell. Remember, we're still doing a top analysis, right? But then, for me to conveniently and comfortably enter this trade, there should be a signal, and the signal should be candlestick formation. I will put together this morning. Candlestick formation. All right. So if there's no candlestick formation telling me when to enter, because we know what to do, right? But then when to do it is what most people don't know, and it's where most traders are missing it. All right. We don't know the when. It's not that we don't really know, but we don't wait for the when. Because there are two different things, to know and to wait. You know, but you don't wait. Okay, sorry. You know, but you don't wait. But then, if I can wait for this guy, now the month has ended already, right? Because tomorrow, Friday, that's the end of the month. That means this candle we are seeing here, let's see what will happen to this candle tomorrow. Then we will know what this monthly time frame will tell us. Without, if the candle should finish very strong, then I would not want to advise you to sell immediately. But then, if it can finish up as a doji or a spinning top, any of those two patterns, right? Now, I can look out for a temporary sell trade on USD card with take profits around, remember I said a temporary sell trade. Now, that temporary sell trade, that means you want to stay in the trade for like, let's say, 4 or 1 week at most. Okay, so you sell USD card, not now, hello, you don't sell it now, wait for the month to finish, which means anything from Monday, you can look out for patterns. Now, how will you now sell, and how do you know your take profit level? So I come back to my 1 hour time frame and I check the possibilities of entries, right? Just like Adewumi has said, you set pending orders above the zone, below the zone, but please major on the sell because that is the expectation. You know, that is what the chart is telling us. That is what we are trying to see on the screen, which is what we are trying to follow. Do you understand? All right. Let me see the 15 minutes. Okay. So now, USD CAD is a sell to me, but before I will sell, I need to see a pattern. If I did not see a pattern on Monday, I come down to 4 hours time frame. If I can see a pattern on 4 hours time frame, I don't wait for any other thing. I pick a trade, then I'm good. All right. So I hope with this few point of mind, you understand when to trade USD CAD. You don't trade it now. Look out for it when on Monday. All right. Let's quickly dive into other instruments because I think we have been doing currency. Let's quickly check. Okay, I think Arubi, Mr. Arubi, you like gold. You like, please, have you been making money from gold? Okay, let's go and check gold. Now, there's something on gold. I've been following gold, back to back. I've been doing some, major research on gold. And, one thing about gold is just that gold is quite volatile. And how many of us still remember this analysis I did for us one time? The last time I did morning market review, we're looking out for all these things on gold, and we're able to say, okay, if there's going to be a breakout, then there's going to be a breakout above or below, then we expect price to pick a direction. So right now, the direction gold is picking. So now, what we are expecting gold to do, I've mapped out some entries on this guy, and these are my zones that you can see on the screen. So expectation for gold, generally speaking, is that gold should get to 3,000 price level, right? 3,000 price level. But then, what are we doing today? What are we doing today? Because we can't wait till for how many weeks before price will get to 3,000 price level. Do you understand? So now, let me go down to fast time frame and let's see. So if I were you, I can buy gold, right? Please, if you have like 500,000 and above, this is for you. But if you have 100,000, just hold on, okay? Because there's some trades, some accounts are not expected to take at some certain level. Yes, because now gold with what is happening. At first, I was seeing a triangle pattern, but then it has broken it, so it's not valid again until maybe in the future it will come back inside. But let's see how it goes. All right. So now expectation is gold should buy, and if it's buying, you set your take profit before this level somewhere around there. Let me check what is happening on 1 hour time frame. Okay. Now you can even take your profit. Now for today, I'm talking about today. So you can take your profit because of this point, or if you want to extend it, you can put your take profit somewhere around there, 2777 point something, right? So you can do that, and you will be fine on gold. So gold is not something that is hard, but just look out for possible entry in a buy trade. Please, now I can't say you should be selling trade. You should be selling gold rather. All right. Now it is better for us to be buying gold than to be selling it. In as much as sometimes it usually falls, right? But then it's just like my USJPY that I explained. If it falls, always look out to what? To buy gold, right? So I think that's my expectation for gold, tilting towards up, then towards 2 or 3 expected to fall, right? So I think the next instrument I'll quickly rush through is another instrument that I like, US 2000. US 2000 is one of the instruments I've studied, and I've noticed that you can make quite a good money on this side, and at the same time, you have to try. So even with the least loss size, 0.01, you can make money on this guy. So this is on gold, which is tilting towards a buy. This guy also is tilting towards a buy. But if he can cross this, this point, expect it to get to 2324.6, 2324.6. That's where I'm expecting it to get to. So now, if it can get there, we are fine. I think the same thing should go for US 100. I think the same thing should go for US 100. And if it goes for US 100, what you want to do is to look out for possible entries. Because US 100 is one hell of instrument that's now you should not be looking out to sell it also, but then yeah, there are times it falls, right? You should do more of buy rather than a sell. You can see I've also done some dangerous things on this guy also, right? So now coming down to 4 hours time frame, especially for those that want a long-term trade, all right, anywhere above this point here, anywhere above it, you are looking out to buy. So you buy, then your take profit, depending on if you are a good risk taker, the take profit can be somewhere around here, or your take profit, you can decide to put it somewhere around here. There is nothing that doesn't respect resistance, but there are some instruments that disregard resistance. You understand? So these are my possible entries. You enter from here, take profit, take profit, and you are good, right? So I think that's my take on US 100 also. Tilting towards more of buy. Then I think the last instrument I would need to wrap it up is going to be oil. Oil. Now, oil is one funny instrument that is, I can say oil is a confused instrument because there are so many factors that can affect the price of oil. Talking about war in the Middle East, talking about President Trump, talking about, other things, Russia and Ukraine, and a whole lot of things, Now, oil has actually been falling, you see the way it has just been like a slope. See the way it has been falling like a slope. But then I'm expecting it to get to somewhere around here. Let me draw this now. Let me extend it because I've done analysis on it previously. And if oil can successfully come here, expect it to find its way back up, right? If it can successfully get to this point, in as much as I've been expecting it to go back up, but then the way it has been falling. Somewhere around this point, some people had already picked a buy. In short, somewhere around there, a buy. And remember, you see this point here is like a support for price. This point is like a support for price. So since it's like a support, so what do? We wait for possible entry, right? Wait for possible entry. Then I think that will be fine. So my take on oil is a buy, right? But the buy, you don't buy it now. Wait for a reversal pattern. If you can see a reversal pattern, then you can buy. Because another thing that affects this guy is the supply and demand that we are looking at. President Trump has given an order that the Middle East should drop their price, and if they are dropping price, supply continues in as much as it should lead to demand one way or the other. But then we are not seeing the possibility of that, except Iran can just launch one missile. Then I think oil will find its way back up, right? So that's my take on oil. If we can get to this point here, which is somewhere around 74.57. I'm talking about the Brent now, right? Then the same analysis goes for. It's just that their price level is not the same, right? Because the two of them, they are moving in the same direction. WTI and the Brent, they move in the same direction. WTI, they move in the same direction. So what we will do, can you see that their prices are different, right? They have different price levels. So what you will do, the same analysis actually goes for the two of them. the fast time frame. Fresh. Can you see? They have the same pattern of movement. They have the same pattern. Can you see? The same pattern of movement. Very similar. Very similar kind of movement. Okay. Very, very similar what they are doing. All right. So if you want to wait, you can wait for it before you buy. So make sure you see a reversal pattern before buying this guy, right? I think somebody said we should look at was it Dorothy? So D30, right? Let's see, that's that, right? Control M. So for D30, I think I saw it somewhere around there. This instrument is 1L of an instrument. Okay? There are some instruments that they are dangerous to trade. They are dangerous to trade, and you want to really spend time to trade them. And it's not D30, it's D40. So let me do the D40. Right, it's just few minutes. What's this? Okay, GPG. D40. Right now, with what price has been doing so far, let me use the black and white background because I like it. Now, this guy is like US 100. Yes, it's like US 100, but a different pattern of movement, okay? The way it moves is just that it's consistently finding its way up consistently. So if you are to trade this guy, you need to be very careful because your point of buy, even with the least loss size, 0.01, the move is very massive. So I think I will advise that you set a buy order above this point. But then remember, interest rate is coming out for Euro by 215. So I would advise that you just wait and see what the interest rate will be before you have any trade on this guy. But you should be on a buy trade, actually. Talking about this guy, you should be on a buy trade. Now, in as much as it falls sometimes, right? But then it will always find its way back up, right? And that's one thing you need to understand about the pattern of movement for instruments, right? The way they move rather, is that they follow their trend. They follow what they have been doing over time. They follow what they have been doing over time. So, and it is advisable for you to also follow them. Don't go against them at any point in time. Always look out to follow them, right, in their pattern of movement. So for DE40, more of a buy is expected. If you have enough money, just place buy. You can leave it, let it run. As long as you have money in your account, place buy. Click on DE40. So, thank you so much for joining this Morning Market today. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you gained some knowledge from this Morning Market review. All right. Now, I'll see some of us, especially those that are in Abuja, come to the office for your training and also for some guidance too. All right. Thank you all. Have a peaceful day ahead.